Okay, good morning. My name is Inez Titus, and I am the Deputy Secretary for the Office of Income Maintenance in the Department of Human Services. Thank you to everyone at Tri-County Community Action for the work that you do in supporting individuals and families who call Cumberland, Dauphin, and Perry counties home. We're proud to partner with you today to announce the opening of the 2022-2023 Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, otherwise known as LIHEAP. Nobody should ever have to worry about that their heat will be shut off during the coldest and the darkest months of the year. So beginning tomorrow, November the 1st, Pennsylvanians can apply for LIHEAP, an annual program that provides assistance to low-income renters and homeowners by helping eligible individuals and families pay their heating costs. This program helps some of the Commonwealth's most vulnerable people, children, older Pennsylvanians, people with disabilities, and low-income families make ends meet and keep their homes safe and warm throughout the winter. As we move into the winter and prepare to spend even more time indoors, home energy bills are only going to get more expensive. Additionally, we know that recent economic uncertainty and rising energy costs have made it more difficult for people to keep up. So I am encouraging anyone who may need help or anyone who has loved ones or neighbors who could benefit from this program to apply. LIHEAP is a federally funded program and it is administered in Pennsylvania by DHS. It is distributed directly to the household's utility company or home heating fuel vendor in the form of a grant, so no monies have to be repaid by the household. We want to ensure everybody has the necessary resources to heat their homes this winter. And while last season's LIHEAP benefits were supplemented by additional American Rescue Plan dollars, this season's benefits will return to more traditional amounts. The minimum LIHEAP cash grant this season will be $300, and the maximum cash grant will be $1,000. Those who need the LIHEAP Crisis Grant, basically a benefit for people who meet the poverty limits and are in jeopardy of having their heating utility service terminated, or have their heating utility service already terminated, or who are out or have less than 2 weeks of a deliverable type of fuel, meaning propane, fuel oil, coal, or wood, will be eligible for a minimum grant of $25 and a maximum crisis grant of $1,000. To be eligible for LIHEAP, you must meet the income limit of 150% of the federal poverty income limit. For an individual, that is a gross income of $20,385 a year, and for a family of 4, that is a gross income of $41,625 a year. But no one should feel like they have to choose whether they should heat their home because they are worried about paying other bills or essential needs. A warm home is not just about keeping us comfortable in the winter, but also about health and safety, something we all deserve. Any Pennsylvanian who is having trouble paying home energy bills should apply and see if they qualify by going to www.compass.pa.us. Those who prefer to submit paper applications can print from the website or request the application by phone by calling 1-800-692-7462 and mail it to their local county assistance office. And you do not need to know your own eligibility to apply. DHS will take care of that. We also understand that circumstances can change throughout the LIHEAP season. So even if a household applies and is not eligible when the program opens, if something changes during the course of the winter, like their income or the number of hours that they work, you can reapply. During the 2021-2022 LIHEAP season, over 329,000 households statewide received over $187 million in LIHEAP cash benefits. These households received an average season benefit of $570. Over 112,000 households statewide received over $73 million in LIHEAP crisis benefits, and these households received an average payment of $596. Programs like LIHEAP are deliberately designed to recognize that all people deserve to live safe and well in their homes. But do not wait or delay. The LIHEAP season runs from November 1st until April 28th of 2023. And again, individuals can learn more about these programs and apply at www.dhs.pa.gov/compass or by calling 1-800-692-7462. Thank you. And it is now my pleasure to turn things over to the chair of the Pennsylvania Public Utility Commission, Gladys Dutrieuille.
Good morning. I want to thank Acting or Deputy Secretary, excuse me. There's so many titles. Deputy Secretary Titus for introducing me, but also for DHS inviting the PUC to join in this year's LIHEAP press conference. I want to thank also Tri-Community Action and the department as well for the hospitality today. We're here to discuss, as she mentioned, this very important topic, and as we wrap it around our different programs that we talk about at the PUC, our focus is making sure we keep Pennsylvania's households warm and safe this winter. I'm also happy to be joined here today with two of my new commissioners. Our first is our newly elected Vice Chairman, Stephen DeFrank, that's joining me, as well as Catherine Zerfus, our new commissioner. So you will hear from them later today. I think our combined presence, I've joked about the fact that we have a lot more commissioners that normally join us here today, so it demonstrates the importance of how we feel, how essential it is in terms of the affordability of these programs. So you'll hear more from those two later. We're here today to mark the kickoff of this year's LIHEAP season. LIHEAP provides life-sustaining assistance to residents across Pennsylvania. But as the chair of the commission, I want to be certain that struggling families are connected to a variety of other affordability options to them, which can be combined with the LIHEAP programs that we're talking about today, and it will make a big difference for those families that are struggling. Working together, LIHEAP and various PUC required utility assistance programs helps hundreds of thousands of households stay connected, safe, and warm. We strongly encourage these households to apply for LIHEAP and to call utilities now to explore all the available options available to them. And I will turn it over to Vice Chairman DeFrank to talk about those options.
Thank you, Chairman Dutrieuille. Secretary Titus, Community Action, thank you for the invitation to be here with you today. Good morning. For struggling households across Pennsylvania, it can often be challenging to figure out where to start or how to get information on affordability programs. The answer is simple. Call your utilities now. Direct conversations between customers and utilities are the best first step for any household or business struggling with utility bills. Call Utilities Now is the best way to identify what help may be available to you, your family, and your business. Also, be sure to call all of your utilities: electric, natural gas, water, wastewater, and telecommunications, because each may have different programs and resources available. Utilities understand the assistance programs available in their communities for income-qualified consumers, including utility-run customer assistance programs, national programs like LIHEAP, and various hardship fund programs operated by utilities and nonprofits in your area. And now, here's my new colleague at the PUC, Commissioner Catherine Zerfus, for some comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chairman DeFrank. Good morning, everyone. All of us here today, whether it's the PUC, the Department of Human Services, or organizations like Tri-County Community Action and others across the state, we all have the same message and the same goal. We want households, struggling households, to enroll in these programs now before winter gets here. If you are worried about affordability, I encourage you to do this one thing today. Please pick up the phone, call your utilities for more information about various consumer assistance programs that may be available in addition to LIHEAP. Utility customer assistance programs have a significant impact across Pennsylvania. Collectively, these utility programs reached over 317,000 electric customers and approximately 181,000 natural gas customers last year, reduced monthly energy bills, promoted weatherization, reduced energy consumption, and kept people connected and safe. According to the PUC's latest data, utilities across Pennsylvania spent approximately $459 million on various universal service programs. Utilities can help enroll customers in assistance programs, guide you to other available resources, discuss new payment plan options to address overdue balances, and help consumers move forward. Help is available, so please pick up the phone, get the process started before the colder weather arrives. And I join in our friends at DHS in thanking Governor Tom Wolf and the General Assembly for their continued support in these programs. And now I would like to turn it over to Ms. Danielle Krebs with Tri-County Community Action. Thank you.
Good morning. My name's Danielle Krebs, and I am the Communications Manager at Tri-County Community Action. I'd like to tell you more about the people we serve at Tri-County Community Action and how LIHEAP helps us in our mission of ending poverty. As the community action agency for Cumberland, Dauphin, and Perry counties, we work with a wide range of low-income people. We help them either through crisis situations or we help them to break the cycle of poverty that has been inherited to them. Our programs and services work to lift people out of poverty by equipping them with job skills to gain a higher paying career, by setting budgets to ensure that families can cover their basic needs, and providing parents with the skills and resources to set their children up for success during their school-age years. That's only to name a few. None of that work can be successfully done if people are constantly worried about how they are going to pay for this month's rent and utilities. That's where programs like LIHEAP come in. With the impact of the COVID pandemic, the rising cost of inflation, and many other barriers that were already affecting low-income families today, many people in our region struggle to make their basic needs. Too often, we hear about hardworking people making trade-offs like not filling a prescription, skipping meals, or refusing to seek proper health care to keep a roof over their families' heads. LIHEAP makes it easier for families of all types living on low income to provide a warm home without making those trade-offs. And in return, those individuals can not only provide for their families, but can also focus on setting and achieving goals towards self-sufficiency, ultimately breaking the cycle of poverty in their lives and their families' lives permanently. Thank you.
Oh, she's saying we don't have comments. Let's just wrap it up. Oh, we don't got any comments, right?
Yeah, we're good.
I was like, wait a minute.
That house is not it. Well, that's what I said. I was like, it's not the house, so it's got to be on the other side somewhere, or through it. Well, it's one park and maybe walk through the building, but.
We went into the families who call Cumberland, Dauphin, and Perry counties home. We're proud to partner with you today to announce the opening of the Nobody should ever have to worry about that their heat will be shut off during the coldest and the darkest months of the year. So beginning tomorrow, November the 1st, Pennsylvania by helping eligible individuals and families pay their heating costs. This program helps some of the Commonwealth's most
Sure we keep Pennsylvania's households warm and safe this winter. I'm also happy to be joined here today with two of my new commissioners. Our first is our newly elected vice chairman. About the fact that we have a lot more commissioners that normally join us here today, so it demonstrates the importance of how we feel, how essential it is in terms of the affordability of these programs. So you'll hear more for the kickoff of this year's LIHEAP season, LIHEAP provides life-sustaining assistance to residents across Pennsylvania. But as the chair, to them, which can be combined with the LIHEAP programs that we're talking about today, and it will make a big difference for those families that are struggling. Working together, LIHEAP and
The best first step for any household or business struggling with utility bills. Call Utilities Now is the best way to identify what help may be available to you or patients, because each may have different programs and resources available. Utilities understand the assistance programs available in their communities for income-qualified consumers.
If you are worried about affordability, I encourage you to do this one thing today. Please pick up the phone, call your available in addition to LIHEAP. Utility customer assistance programs have a significant impact across Pennsylvania. Collectively, these utility programs reached over 317
Nations, or we help them to break the cycle of poverty that has been inherited to them. Our programs and services work to lift people out of poverty by equipping them with jobs during their school age years. That's only to name a few. None of that work can be successfully done if people are constantly worried about how they are going to pay for this month's rent and utilities. That's where programs